Is OT the Real quietly becoming one of underground rap's most authentic voices? Let's talk about it. What's going on, y'all? It's your man Lighthouse, and you're now tuned into another episode of Everything Ain't For Everybody. And today we'll be discussing OT the Real's Show No Mercy project. OT the Real has quietly become one of the more dependable narrators of street survival operating in the underground space right now. His music does not posture as much as it documents. On Show No Mercy, he returns to familiar territory with the same grounded realism that first caught my attention when I heard him alongside 38 Special and later through the orbit of Benny the Butcher. What stood out then and continues to stand out now is his ability to translate hardship into reflection. OT's music often sits at the intersection of cautionary tale and motivation. You hear the weight of the street, but you also hear the resilience required to survive it. Show No Mercy continues that trajectory. The album is lean and intentional, avoiding unnecessary excess while reinforcing OT's presence in the underground scene. His delivery remains direct and unfiltered, allowing the lyrics to carry the emotional gravity of the stories he tells. On the song Don't Drown, the bounce and delivery are immediately infectious. What makes this record particularly interesting is its structure. The song feels longer than it actually is, but at just 2 minutes and 8 seconds, it follows a tight sequence. A 4-bar intro, an 8-bar hook, a 16-bar verse, and the hook again, and a brief 6-bar outro that fades away. Within that short window, OT delivers slick street talk that lands with confidence. He opens his verse with a rhyme pattern that made me laugh because it's exactly the type of talk I enjoy from certain rappers. He's like, I've been grinding on a solo trip, horse stamp polo break. She was on some YOLO shit and I don't even know the bitch. That shit is mad funny to me. There's an arrogance in the bars, but it's paired with a smooth disregard that makes the verse entertaining rather than forced. OT rides the rhyme scheme effortlessly before bringing the hook back in. It's a perfect example of how effective a rap song can be when the excess is trimmed away and only the essential elements remain. The album itself follows the same philosophy. It's a short project, but it hits with impact. There's only one feature across the entire album delivered by Fuego Bass, and I feel like he makes the most of the opportunity on the song Off Limits. Fuego Bass delivers a vivid line that immediately catches my attention. He says, where I thrive, you couldn't hold up. Swallow blues, drink shampoo, after the visits to cough the load up. Now, I'm sure this means smuggling drugs in the jails, but that's kind of vivid. I would have never thought of that. That has to be something that you would have had to live or to know about to actually experience. Drinking shampoo, I'm sure would make you throw up and that'll bring everything up if you swallowed the loonies or whatever. Listen, that was vivid, man. He brought me right to what living in jail must be like. Those are stark images from a world most listeners would want no part of, myself included. And that authenticity is exactly why the verse works. You hear lines like that and immediately feel that they're rooted in lived experiences rather than imagination. His appearance adds another layer to the narrative OT builds throughout the album and feels completely aligned with the project's overall tone. As a full listen, Show No Mercy is easy to live with. It's the type of record that can soundtrack a workout or carry you through the rhythm of a long day. Standout songs include Don't Drown, Green Light, Watch, Off Limits, Streets Change, and Somerset. The closing track, Somerset, might be the album's strongest moment. In my opinion, that's my favorite song because I felt like it was a clear example of how OT the Real is able to articulate what pain feels like and what his world is and what his journey has been leading up to this point where he's found success being an underground rapper or just being a rapper. Forget even being underground. I just feel like it was a vivid picture and I really fuck with it. The production is minimal, built around a soulful humming loop with no drums, giving OT space to reflect on his journey and his roots in Philadelphia. The vulnerability in the lyrics stands out immediately. Part of the song, he says something like, I ain't know my bro was dead, I thought he was booked. I ain't peep he was depressed, I thought he was cooked. I thought he's just fried. Now how the fuck I'm supposed to ride? I don't know who killed my man when they saying it's a suicide. Why? Even for listeners who have never lived the lifestyle OT describes in his music, the emotional weight of these lines is universal. It becomes less about street narrative and more about grief, hindsight, and the importance of checking in on the people around you. That introspection is what ultimately makes OT the Real compelling. He remains committed to authenticity, but he also allows vulnerability to enter the frame. By the time Show No Mercy closes, the listener is left with the sense that they've experience something focused and honest. It's concentrated art, direct, impactful, and free of filler. And that consistency is exactly why OT The Real continues to earn its place in the underground rap conversation. But that's my time, y'all. Thank you for watching another episode of Everything Ain't For Everybody. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay in the loop. Everything Ain't For Everybody is also streamable in the podcast world. So if you rather listen and make a playlist to catch up on all the other episodes, you can do that on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, wherever you can listen to a podcast. You can now stream Everything For Everybody as a podcast and listen right now, today. It's been this way for like the past weeks, but I always forget to like mention that. But yeah, definitely check me out if you just want to like go from listening to your favorite albums that I'm talking about to just, that's actually good. You can actually stream the albums directly in one place. You can listen to the podcast and you can go right to the album that I'm talking about and listen to it. So that's great. Until next time, take care of yourself. Peace and love, y'all.